was kind of an issue for you guys. Like they were doing a really good job at coming you out of their zone.
It was a pretty good game. I thought both teams had their looks in the offensive zone with good forecheck, lots of pressure. That's the way the game goes in a close game. The way it was, you're going to go back and forth and have your chances. And it ends up at the end of the day, we're the one that turned the puck over a couple of times and they capitalized on it.
Another one-goal game. I have to go back and look at it, but this is a lot that you guys have played in the past month or so.
Yeah, it's a one-goal league. Basically, what it is. You got a 3-2, 4-3, 2-1 league. Basically, that's the way it is every night. And so the focus, the details are really important. And it ends up again here tonight with the winning goal being what it was. We throw a cross-ice pass, they knock it down and go in and score. And that's why every play is so important, and that's the emphasis you try to put on with your team meetings with the young guys. Is that the focus is a priority to come and execute and practice so that it carries over into the game the proper way, and you figure it out as you move through your career.
So overall, this isn't one of the burn the tape losses. This is one you guys did a lot of good stuff.
A lot of good stuff. I liked our start. The last 4 minutes, maybe we got a little loose, but I liked our start in the first period. Second period, same thing. I thought we had a pretty good second period. There's some lapses there, obviously, that we talked about. But in the third, we're desperate to get a goal to tie the game up, and I think you see pretty good effort in the offensive zone. There's a lot of pucks to the net. Brazzi had a good game. He ended up, finished the game off for them to win it. But it's not of a lack of a will to win and an effort out there tonight. I thought the full bench was totally committed.
What's it going to take for the team, to kind of turn the corner here heading into the finals?
It's just hard work. It's smart work and hard work. It's not all about chasing the puck and just a lot of activity out there. You got to make sure you're doing the right things. And again, we talk about the details of the game. We got to manage the puck a little bit better when it's on our stick. The goal that Whitney scores is a play that we have to be able to shut down. That's a shot, rebound, and they attack, and we should be in a better position than what we were. And so, again, the details are what counts the game.
Well, 3-3s are pretty common in this league, but you guys are playing essentially a 4-3. Do you have any extra precautions because of that going into the game?
There really wasn't. I think the finish of the game on Friday night was kind of demanding, but you got young guys, you got young athletes, and I think whenever you get to the middle of a game like this, the memory of what happened in the early part of the weekend is gone. You just got to go play and try to get the win.
Whitney had a piece of all 3 goals. He's just a hard guy to match up against.
He scores every game against us. Yeah, he's a good player. He gets himself in the right position. The play that he makes on the winning goal is a perfect example of it. That's a good read. He positions himself right at the blue line and anticipates the play coming cross ice, knocks it down, and makes the play. So that's smart hockey, and that's why players who have skill and players who have good head on their shoulders can play the game and move to the next level. And I can't see why there'd be any hesitancy to give Whitney a look in the NHL. Really, he's a pretty complete player out there for them.
Thoughts on Leighton in his first AHL start of the season?
Well, Leighton was good. He hasn't had a lot of work since he was injured last year, and it's and really not a lot of quality practice time. He's had 5-6 shooters even in Philadelphia, so we have to get more drills in place, obviously, for him now to start to get comfortable in game situations. But I thought overall he was fine. We put him in a pretty stressful situation a couple times, and they were able to find the back of the net. So I thought overall it was pretty good.
Have you thought or had talks about what you're going to do with the 3 goaltenders going forwards?
No, haven't had any talks about that at all. That'll happen this week. I know that. We touched on it very briefly on the phone, and we'll just follow up on a phone call this week.
And Laliberte has now been scratched 2 games. Is that an injury or coach's decision?
No, coach's decision.
Okay.
I saw the wall was scratched too. Was that anything that he did in the Bridgeport game?
Well, he needs to be better. He's got to be a better player. I don't think I was concerned about his conditioning coming into 3-3. Watching him in the 2 games, his pace of play needs to be get to the next level pretty quickly here. There's play without the puck is critical. Again, you get into these games that we're just talking about, the 1-goal games. Every play is important, and when you have breakdowns on a one-on-one basis, it puts a lot of pressure on everybody. And I thought in the 2 games that he played, he just needs to dig in a little bit harder on those situations.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.